Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi everyone. My name is Siti Nur Alia binti Amiruddin, and today I will be talking about my story, which is Kamil and the Hari Raya goat. So before we start, I am going to give you guys like a heads up on what I will be talking about today. The first thing is I'm going to talk about the themes, secondly about the technique, and lastly about the activity that I will be doing based on this story. Okay, so now I am going to touch on the prominent themes of Kamil and the goat. Okay, so the first one that I found is the generosity and also sacrifice. The core theme of the story is generosity. Kamil learns that generosity is not just about giving away something, but about making sacrifices for the well-being of others. Like this is reflected in his relationship with the goat, which is si kecil, and his emotional struggle with the idea of giving him up for the Kurban. Through this experience, Kamil discovers the true generosity often involves personal loss in order to benefit others. Secondly is the tradition and family. So the story also highlights the importance of family and cultural traditions. So Kamil's father teaches him the value of Kurban, which is the key part of Hari Raya Haji celebration. So this theme shows how family bonds and traditions can shape personal growth and understanding. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the technique. The technique that I chose that is suitable for this story is monomyth. So what is monomyth? Monomyth is basically like where a protagonist undergoes a transformation through a series of challenges or experiences. So basically it's like an adventure. Okay, so for this monomyth, we have 6 stages. The first one is call to adventure. So here, Kamil is asked by his father to help care for the goat, which is a task that he has never undertaken before. So this marks the beginning of his adventure. So secondly, we have refusal to the call, because initially Kamil is nervous and reluctant to care for the goat, and his fear and unease reflect his refusal to the call. And then thirdly, we have meeting with the mentor. Here in this story, the mentor is Kamil's father, because he teaches him the deeper significance of Korban and generosity. And then fourth, we have the ordeal. So the main ordeal for Kamil comes when he has to let go of si kecil, the goat he has grown attached to. So the emotional difficulty he faces mirrors a traditional ordeal where the hero is challenged by an important sacrifice or loss. So now the 5th stage, which is transformation. So this is where Kamil undergoes a transformation as he understands the true meaning of generosity. His personal growth is marked by his acceptance of sacrifice and his realization that sharing can bring joy to others. And lastly, the 6th stage, we have written to the lecture. In the end, Kamil feels warmth in his chest as he witnesses the happiness brought to others by the Korban. He returns to his village with a new understanding of generosity and sacrifice, and he has grown emotionally and spiritually. So now we're going to talk about the activity that I chose, which is clay. So why do I choose clay? I have 4 reasons. The first one is because it encourages creative expression. So clay is a tactile and versatile medium that allows students to express their interpretations of a story in a unique and personal way. So it engages their imagination and creativity, giving them the freedom to represent themes, characters, or key events physically. This creative process can help students connect to the material on a deeper level. Okay? So, secondly, because it fosters emotional engagement. So, clay provides a tangible way to connect with the emotional journey of the characters. Like in Kamil's story, for example, students could mold the goat, which is si kecil, which I did as an example, which you can see later in the next page. And it reflects an emotional arc of attachment, sacrifice, and generosity by physically crafting an object. Related to the story, students may become more emotionally attuned to the characters' struggles and transformations, enhancing their empathy. Then thirdly, it supports kinesthetic learning. So many students are kinesthetic learners, meaning that they learn best through movement and hands-on activities. So using clay gives these students a chance to engage with the material in a way that is physical and tactile. So this kinesthetic engagement can reinforce the lessons and help solidify concepts more effectively and than through reading or lectures alone. Okay. And then lastly, it improves focus and also patience. So working with clay requires patience, like attention to detail and concentration. So these skills are essential for students as they work through their ideas, refine their creations, and engage with the story's themes on a deeper level. So the process of shaping and molding the clay gives students the opportunity to slow down and think carefully about how they want to represent the ideas from the story. So as you can see in this picture over here, we have the picture of a clay of the goat, which is si kecil that I did, and also the green one is lemang, but it didn't look like lemang, but I tried my best, please believe me. And so these are the example of the clays that I did, and there are tons of other examples of clays that they can produce in the future. So thank you very much for listening to me, and so see you guys again. Bye.